Hi there, I'm Rebecca Ryan. I'm a shamanic witch here in Melbourne, Victoria, speaking with you about devotion and ego and how the devotion to something other than yourself actually is very good for you. I want to make that clear because I know that at the moment and in the last maybe 20 years there's been a real move to you can have anything you want. If you change the way you think and the way you see things, then you will pick out of the mire the things that are better for you. That if you can change your approach to the world will behave differently towards you, etc., etc. There's a large piece in that which I'd like to bring to your attention, and that is, without having done the inner work and the groundwork to build your own wisdom, you may have a lift, and that would be fantastic. But to actually sustain that kind of movement in your life requires a whole lot of hard work. To carry on the kind of hard work that it requires to build and to hold wisdom, to go through the initiations that life will bring to you when you start to be more responsible and accountable with how you spend your energy, it's very good, very, very good if you can tie yourself with a sense of devotion to something greater than you. And the reason I say that is also because your personality and your character will change as your perception changes, and if your sense of yourself is held only by your personality and your own ideas, you will fall because you're not tied to something greater than you. What has happened for humans, I think through eons, is they have devoted themselves to a study or a service which has actually brought them through the tough spots that they have found themselves in. So for some people that's a devotion to the study of something. It's a development of themselves by applying themselves wholeheartedly in love to something. So it might be science, it might be one of the arts, it might be a devotion to another human being, it might be a devotion to God, it might be a devotion to Goddess. It might be a devotion to discovering, who knows. In the end, a devotion to anything which is outside of you and potentially greater than you will help you as you're going through the initiations that are required to gain wisdom and to hold it. I have found that the study of anything builds muscles. The study of anything, you will go through peaks and troughs where it seems very easy and then very hard and then maybe very easy again. And the building of those muscles helps to hold you steady or hold you in place or maybe comfort you whilst you are changing your identity and whilst your ego is changing. I recommend a devotion, tying yourself with a sense of devotion to anything other than yourself, which calls to you, which is good for you. And you can tell it's good for you because it keeps breaking you down and then allowing you some time to rebuild, and breaking you down and you rebuild again, which over the space of a decade or two has actually improved your level of humility and your level of humaneness. Your service to the world is probably between you and the world that you're serving. If your service to the world includes I'm better than you, I need for you to pay attention to me, you would be nothing without me, or any of the other kind of helping sort of approaches, I would recommend finding a nourishment which is more sustaining, frankly. I'd recommend you actually devoting some time to find something which is terrifying and wonderful and amazing and awesome for you, because you will then perceive it as greater than you, and you will potentially be taught a lot by the study of it and by this devotion. If you can find something which is greater than you to devote yourself to, whilst your ego is being demolished or taking itself apart and then rebuilding itself, you will have something which will give you some ground to stand on. So I highly recommend this for the spiritual development, for the development of the human being. Thank you for this.